All right, we are going to continue with surface area today, but we are going to now look at the surface area of a pyramid. So remember, the surface area is just the sum of all of the faces. It is the sum of the area of all of the faces, okay? So on your paper, you have this is your notes page. Make sure you have your notes out, and let's just take a little notes. So here's your pyramid. Remember, your pyramid always comes to a point, and that point is called a vertex. Okay, and then this right here, this whole place right here, that is one of the faces. That is one of the faces, okay? And then this dotted line here, normally that's where they're going to give you the height, okay? They're going to give you the height, okay? And then if you were to have your net, then you're going to see the same thing. You're going to see the face. The faces are there, and the height is going to be that dotted line. Okay. You're also going to see that that base down there at the bottom is a square. So hopefully you noticed that yesterday we had, with a rectangular prism, we had all rectangles. But here you're going to see that we have more shapes. So let's do some examples. So you have this one on your paper. It also has the net there if you want to look at the net. So if you notice, you should see that there are two different shapes. There's squares and triangles. Okay, so I want you to write this exactly as I do. So let's first start, and we're going to do the area of the square. So I want you to draw a little square here, and we're going to find the area of the square. The area of the square is length times width. So length times width, that's just 7 times 7. So that equals 49. Okay, so that is the area of my square. Now, the other shape I have is a triangle. So I'm going to draw a triangle, and let's look at my triangle. Remember, triangle is base times height, and then divide by 2. All right, so the base of my triangle is that which is 7, times the height is that dotted line there, which is the 9, and then divide by 2. All right, so 9 times 7 is 63. Divided by 2 is 31.5. Remember, you can use a calculator once you get to this point, okay? You can use a calculator. So here's where we need to think about it too. If you look at this, how many triangles do I have though? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So each triangle should be the same. So I need to multiply that by 4 because I have 4 triangles, okay? So I'm gonna grab my calculator, and if I multiply that by 4, I get 126. Okay, so now to figure out the area of all of it, I have to add 126 plus 49, and the whole thing is 175. Use your units, centimeters squared. Okay, I want to see all of that. I definitely want to see the square and the triangle. So if you do miss it, I can easily see if you messed up with your square area or your triangle. Okay. And don't forget that your triangle, you've got to multiply by 4 because there's 4 triangles, right? All right, let's try another example. All right, you've got 2 here. So let's just go to this one first. Remember, we've got squares and triangles. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my square because it's easier. So there's my square. My base and my height of my square, length and width, is 16 by 16. So 16 times 16. Grab your calculator. So 16 times 16 is 256. Now let's draw my triangle. Okay. So my triangle, if you look at my triangle, why don't you write down what the base and the height of the triangle is? All right, so that would be 16 times 12, and then divide by 2, because that's the triangle formula. The triangle formula is base times height, divide by 2. Remember, don't forget that. All right, so when I do that, I'm going to grab my calculator. So 16 times 12 equals 192, and then I'm going to divide by 2, and that equals 96. But how many triangles do I have? I have 4 triangles, because remember, if I think about what my net would look like, I have 4 triangles. Okay, so I've got to multiply by 4. Use my calculator. That comes up to be 384. So my triangle areas are 384. My rectangles are 256. So I'm going to add them together. 256 and 384 come up to be 256 640. So 640 square feet. That's my answer. Okay. All right, let's do another one. So here's my square and here's my triangle. All right, why don't you pause the video and get to this point. Write down the two formulas for me. All right. All right, so this is what the two formulas should look like. So base and height. So that would be 9. And then the next one, I'm going to pull my calculator out. So 3 times 4.5, just because it's a decimal, don't let it confuse you. And then divide by 2. So that comes out to be 6.75. But I have 4 triangles, so I'm multiplying by 4. And that comes out to be 27. So together, 27 plus the 9 for the square would be 36 inches squared. Okay? All right, let's turn it over onto the back. All right, I want you to pause the video and I want you to do this whole problem by yourself. Once you come back, your work should look exactly like mine. Okay, pause the video and come back. All right, check your work there. All right, so the area of my squares was 225. The area of all of my triangles together, one was 135 and all of them together was 540. So then add them together and I get 765 square centimeters. Okay. All right, you've got 2 more on that paper. Those are going to kind of be your exit slips. So I'm going to look to see if you have those completed tomorrow. Now, this one over here, don't let that confuse you. 3.5. Hello, I can easily turn that into a decimal. It's much easier. That's just 3.5, right? Okay. So I'm going to check those tomorrow. Make sure you get this completed. All right. Talk to you soon and can't wait to see your work. If you have questions, let me know.